ultimate Muathe breakout. Examples continue. Now, one thing I want to remind you guys, remember, while we are looking at all these examples of stocks that did well and we are using the ultimate Muathe breakout, the one thing you should not forget is while we are doing all this, there's another thing that is important. We are not talking about fundamentals. There's no mention of PE, sales value. There's no mention of earnings. There's no mention of news. No mention of geopolitical issues. None of that stuff. So it begs the question whether those things are important. There's no mention of volume. There's no mention of other indicators. We are just talking about two indicators, the RSI and the MACD, and how to properly use them to find explosive situations. Okay, so think about the world and the universe of other factors that we are discarding, and yet we seem to be getting closer and closer to what actually moves stocks. So maybe we shouldn't spend too much time on these other things, blogs and comments. As far as financial media is concerned, we don't have to hear what the analysts are saying. We don't need upgrade, downgrades. We don't need Twitter or micro blogging sites to tell us what to buy. If you really think about it, we are only using a stock's price, the RSI, and the MACD, and we are just closing our eyes on everything else. And yet we seem to be able to repeat and to find a way to find major movers in the market by using the RSI and the MACD only. Anyway, in this particular example, let's begin with Hands Natural. This stock had a monster move, if you know what I mean. This example was trying to show this breakout here at about 75 cents. Remember, this works for any instrument, any price, anywhere in the world, any market. Don't matter. Any price range, same principles apply. But I want to go back because I see in this particular chart the stock had another example. Now remember, in a previous video I tried to explain that whenever you see a stock that had previously had a nice run, here's a stock that in 1998 broke out from about, let's call it 25 cents, moved all the way to about 75 cents or 80 cents. Here it's 80 cents. That's a big move. 25 cents, 80 cents. So you note how the stock moved nicely over a period of many months. Whenever you see the history of a stock that can sustain its move, whenever it starts moving again, pay attention, because past performance or past behavior might actually come into play in the present, in the here and now. So what I want to look at here is this breakout here, which was successful. This breakout in 1998, right there, also happens to have been an area where the RSI was making an all-time high, so ditto to that. So our RSI minimum requirement could have been helpful there. And also you see that the main MACD was moving above zero, and more importantly was already trading at all-time highs. So even that 1998 move was vindicated and also was proven to be true if we use our minimum requirements. So let's take a look at this breakout, which is the reason for this example. This breakout here above 70 cents, or even this breakout here after 1 month of rest, you can see the red. After 1 month of rest, the stock would break out again above this $1.10, $1.15 area. So this breakout here would see that, take a look at where the RSI was trading. RSI was trading at about all-time highs. As unbelievable as this is, the RSI is trying to break out to all-time highs again, and the MACDs are also trading at all-time highs there, and also all-time highs on the MACD. So even though the stock looks extended and it is scary to own at $1.20, or even when it broke out initially at about 90, 60, 70 cents, in that price range, take a look at what happens down the road. So that breakout in 2004 was here, the one I showed you, and now the stock had gone as high as from $1 all the way to $50. Wow. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Take a look at the RSI. Remember we said the RSI was breaking out right there, which is this entry point there. And this stock gave you multiple entry points, multiple. This is not the subject of this example, but there were multiple monthly breakouts, fresh monthly breakout there, fresh monthly breakout there, fresh monthly breakout there. And all these were entry points. Take a look at where the RSI was trading all this time. Take a look at this move. RSI staying above 69.10 from late 2003 here all the way to 2006 when it finally moved below 60.90. And in that time frame, the stock moved from under $1 all the way to $50. So great stuff. And the MACDs, as you can see, throughout this rally, MACDs were at all-time high mode. All-time high mode. I won't even spend more time on that. That's just minimum requirements. The ultimate Muathe breakout is the ultimate breakout strategy ever. FRPT, this was one of the highest percentage gainers in 2006. I believe this was one of the best performing stocks either in 2006 or in 2007. But I remember trading this back in the day. Let's take a look at the breakout here. Even though you can't see it, you can see that the RSI was moving to all-time highs here in 2006, and again all-time highs here in this 2006. Two breakouts to all-time highs in 2006. Stock again also moved above 69.10 at a price of about $10, somewhere around here. It's hard to see, about $10. Take a look at what the MACDs were doing. The MACDs were already trading at all-time highs, moving above zero for the first time ever, above zero for the first time ever, moving to all-time here, all-time highs on this MACD setting, and also another all-time high here, right there, another all-time high. So MACDs at all-time highs, MACDs moving above zero for the first time ever. Wow. So the stock was trading at about, let's see here, $11. So at $11 during this breakout here, this breakout right there, $11. Let's see what happens after that. So from $11, see whether I got that right. Yeah, okay, I think this shows clearly, this is more of a narrower look of what was going on. Let me see why I put this here. Maybe I'm confusing myself. Yeah, but the breakout we're talking about here was that this breakout here actually was about $8. Right? And that moved the stock from $8 to $30 in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. And there was another breakout here. After this 1 month, that monthly closing high, you had 1 month of rest, which is one down month, and then the next move above the monthly high of $18 here. You want to buy the stock there. That would be good for a move from $18 to about $30, maybe even higher, in about 3 months. So this was our entry point on a previous chart, and still the stock did well. You can see that the MACDs were making all-time highs. RSI was at all-time highs, also moving above 69.10. So everything was exactly where it needs to be. Powerful looking stock. The ultimate Muathe breakout would have told you that there was something brewing in the stock and something that we all needed to take advantage of. And like I said, we bought the stock. I believe either this breakout here was a buy for us and I issued an alert, or maybe this breakout here. So one of these two, I issued an alert for subscribers back in the day in 2006. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at a major market, and this is the NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ's monthly chart in 1996. Okay, so in 1996, after this big move, NASDAQ trading at 300 here in 1990 and now at 1950. This is a major market move with multiple breakouts. There was a breakout here, a breakout here, a breakout here. Why would anybody think this market was going higher? Why would you think a market that moved from 300 to 1950 would conceivably even dare move higher? I'll tell you why. Why? Because while it was breaking out here in February of 1996, take a look at the RSI. The RSI for the NASDAQ was about to make an all-time high. And this was a major buy signal. An extended market making an all-time high monthly RSI move, and the MACDs were already trading at all-time highs. NASDAQ 1996 February. So everything was meeting the ultimate Muathe breakout requirements, and let's see what happens to the NASDAQ after this 1996 breakout. Take a look at where the NASDAQ moved. Even though it was already extended in 96, the NASDAQ would move from, actually I believe is this breakout here, or this breakout in 96, this one here, beginning of 96 right there, from about 19, let me go back and check that. All right, let me make sure I got that right. So actually we're either talking about this breakout above 800 or this breakout at about 1950. Both of them met the ultimate Muathe breakout requirements, and you see that was good enough to move the NASDAQ all the way to 5,000 by early March of 2000. A market moving 450% after it was already extended. And why? Because it met the ultimate Muathe breakout. And notice that the MACDs and the RSIs were pretty much in breakout mode here. All-time highs above 69.10. This is absolutely powerful stuff. Okay, now we come back to, what year was this? Yeah, let me make sure, May 2007, I believe. Let me go back and look at something here. Give me a second, make sure I got the right stuff here. So the market goes into a bear market in 2000 and finally would break out here to 3-year highs. Let me make sure it's 3-year highs. 1, 2, breaks to 3-year highs on the RSI here in 03, which would be this breakout somewhere around here. The RSI moves to 3-year highs here in 03. See what the MACDs were doing, and in 03 you see that the MACDs in 03, oops, let me get this right. So in 03, hold on a second, my tool is not coming up. Alright, so in 03 here you got your RSI moving above 0 and also breaking out there. So in 03 the market was giving us a buy signal in terms of 3-year highs on the MACD and the RSI, and so in 03 the market was trading somewhere around there. So that was enough to move the NASDAQ from 1750 all the way to about 2600. Not a bad move. So let's take a look at another example here. The ultimate Muathe breakout is IPS. I don't know what sector that is, what stock does, but we're looking at this and just from a technical standpoint, the stock would break out here above monthly all-time highs at about $32.50. There's another breakout here at about $28. So a breakout here and another breakout here to all-time highs. Let's see what the RSI and the MACDs were doing. You can see the RSI was already trading at 3-year highs here, breaking out at 3-year highs here. MACD, RSI moving above 69.10 there, and also RSI breaking out to all-time highs. Very powerful stuff. And then also the MACDs. The MACD was already trading at all-time highs or 3-year highs there, 3-year highs there, 3-year highs there, 3-year highs there. So all the MACD requirements were being met, RSI requirements were being met. Stock was breaking out even above this previous monthly closing high here. So the breakout took place right there, somewhere there at about $33. Let's see what happened after that. The stock would move from this price range here, about 28 also, or maybe this $33 breakout. So it was breaking out to all-time highs here, which was this entry point here, and that would see the stock move from 33 all the way to 160 in about 2.5 years. And there's also another major breakout. There's a major breakout there and a major breakout there, which would have given you fresh entry points in the stock. So 460% after that breakout, which seemed extended. And like as you can see, the MACDs also met minimum requirements there. So what's not to like? Another good example of why the ultimate breakout, the ultimate Muathe breakout, should be something that you should spend time to understand even further, because this is how you own the best moving stocks, the best moving markets, the best moving instruments anywhere in the world at any price. And you know that it works because all these examples are just repeating the same thing over and over again. This absolutely works. Let's take a look at one more. SWEB breaking out here above 43 cents, and also another breakout here above 70 cents. Why? Because you see that the RSI was breaking out here to all-time highs, or maybe 3-year highs there, breakout to 3-year highs. A move above 69 was also taking place there, and also a breakout to all-time highs on the RSI there. So breakout to all-time highs on the RSI, move above 69.10 on the RSI, and also a 3-year high on the RSI there. So all the requirements were met as far as the RSI is concerned. And of course we can see that the MACDs were also breaking out 3-year highs here and staying above 3-year highs. So when the stock was breaking out, you would have taken notice because the minimum requirements were met. This was at a price of 70 cents, breakout to new monthly highs there. Let's see what happened after that. And you see that was enough to move the stock from about 70 cents all the way to $1.45, $1.41 in about 2 months. That's 100% gain. Not bad. Remember, the only requirement we used to find this stock was just the RSI and the MACD. How simple can it be? Okay, and you can see brand new MACD highs with the stock breaking out. RSI making 3-year highs twice, so 2 entry points. Anyway, nice illustration of how the ultimate Muathe breakout was successful even in 2007. So let me take a break here. I'm going to come back with more examples as we continue again repeating the ultimate Muathe breakout example. I am out for now. Shall be back. Peace and blessings.